Hello guys, so now we shall be discussing regarding the posterior relations. Okay, so previously we talked about the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. Now we shall be discussing about the posterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. Okay, so let us discuss about the posterior relations of second part of duodenum. Second part of duodenum. So what are the posterior relations of the second part of the duodenum? So if you look at the picture over here, let us say that all of you know that this is the duodenum like this, right? Now in this duodenum, we discussed that this is the first part of the duodenum, and next this is the second part of the duodenum. So the part which I am highlighting right now is the second part of the duodenum. Okay, so I will draw this part and I will explain you what are the things that are associated with the second part of the duodenum. Okay, so if you look at the second part, so this one is your second part of the duodenum. Okay, now what are the structures that are located back of it? What are the structures that are located back of it are, the first example is that you have got a bean shaped organ that is located on the back of it. Okay, so what is this bean shaped organism? Yes, tell me, what is this bean shaped organism which is located back of it? This is called as your spleen. Okay, so this is a bean shaped organism that is located on the back of this. Okay, so this bean shaped organism which is located on the back of this are called your kidneys. So which kidney is this, right or left kidney? Obviously this will be your right kidney. Okay, now after this important thing, next important thing we have got over here is first of all let me draw the pictures and then I'll explain you. Okay, the next important thing we have got over here is that you see this vein which is coming all the way down, right? So what is this vessel which is coming all the way down, guys? So this vessel you call it as inferior vena cava. So this is the inferior vena cava which is present behind the second part of the duodenum, right? Obviously side to the inferior vena cava you have got your aorta. Side to the inferior vena cava you have got your aorta like this all the way, right? So this will be your aorta. And obviously, is aorta located on the posterior side of the duodenum? No, only the inferior vena cava is located on the posterior side of the duodenum. Okay, so apart from this, what are the other things? You know that we have got veins that are draining, right, into the right kidney, and also arteries that are supplying the right kidney. So I cannot draw all of them here, so I'll just put a line like this. I'll put a line like this, right? So this will indicate that the veins, there are vessels of the right kidney. These are the vessels of the right kidney. And next important thing you have to remember over here is that you even have got a muscle like this. Okay, you even have got a muscle that comes all the way. So what is the name of this muscle, guys? So this muscle is called as psoas major. Okay, so the main structure here is this duodenum. Okay, this is the second part of the duodenum. So look, what are the structures that are located on the second part of the duodenum, guys? So the first important structure which we have over here is this one. What is this? This is your right kidney. This is your right kidney. Right kidney is located on the back of the second part of the duodenum. Second important thing, you even have got this one. What is this? Inferior vena cava. And what is this? This is called as aorta. Now out of aorta and inferior vena cava, which is located back? It is the inferior vena cava. So obviously the inferior vena cava. Okay. Third important thing is that you even have got psoas major muscle. See, this muscle over here is called as psoas major. But psoas major muscle is on the right side and it is also on the left side. Now tell me, this will be a right or left? Obviously this is a right psoas major. So right psoas major muscle. Okay, right psoas major muscle. And next we even have got renal vessels over here, right? So you can very clearly see these are the renal vessels, right? So we even have got, fourth important thing, we even have got renal vessels. So if someone asks you what are the structures that are, what are the posterior relations of the second part of the duodenum, what are the posterior relations guys? Here we discussed right kidney is one of the relation, right? Inferior vena cava is one. We have got the right psoas major as well as the renal vessels. And renal vessels also, which renal vessels? It is our right renal vessels. Okay, these are the right renal vessels. So these are the structures which are located posterior to the second part of the duodenum. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. Goodbye.